Morning, all. All right, so there's just the one game today, being Eastern all. So the preview is on the board along with the news of the day, and yeah, I'll be at that game. So there you go. So ECHL news to start things out. Elliot Friedman reporting this last night on Hockey Night in Canada. The Newfoundland Growlers and the Trois Rivières Lions are two Canadian ECHL teams. In fact, they're the only two ECHL teams based in Canada. And they have the same owner. And apparently they're behind on their payments to NHL clubs as well as the cities they reside in, so they could be shut down due to late payments. There could be a board meeting if this isn't straightened out by Tuesday, and the teams could be shut down, which means that those players would immediately become unrestricted free agents. There's some compensation from the league for those players if that takes place, and there is the chance that between now and the start of next season, this gets figured out and those teams come back. But it's definitely not great news if you're a fan of the Growlers or of the Lions. And I have numerous Newfoundland Growlers jerseys. Would gladly buy more if I thought it would help, but I get the feeling that it's more money they owe than that. So all the best to both the Growlers and the Lions and the staffs, the people who work in the arenas and all that too, because it affects more than just the players on the ice, of course. So hopefully that gets worked out before Tuesday, but that's a very short time in order to figure out something that sounds like it's been building for a while. Austin Matthews reached 60 goals last night, and he joins a pretty elite group. Like, he's the only active hockey player with multiple 60-goal seasons on his resume. Yep. I know Ovechkin would have had 20 if not for the dead puck era. Yeah, I know. But he ties Bure, Curry, and Yzerman on that list. A list that's headlined by Gretzky and Bossy, who had 5 60-goal seasons in their careers, and yet you will still find people who say, Gretzky wasn't really much of a goal scorer. But at any rate, so Matthews hits a milestone that very few players have ever hit. There's a reason why he's seen as one of the most elite talents in the National Hockey League. Last night, both the Vancouver Canucks and the Colorado Avalanche clinched playoff spots. The Avalanche won to get there. Vancouver got there via the loss by the St. Louis Blues. And in other Colorado Avalanche news, with last night's game, it was a rough night for Georgiev. Georgiev leads the league in wins, and Georgiev's had a good season, but it does look like his backup has been outplaying him just a little bit. Coach Bednar claiming that and stating that Georgiev will remain as the starter through the rest of the regular season as well as playoffs, which means he's on the clock. Like, it's almost the same as when a GM comes out and says, no, I trust my coach, right? And of course, once you get into the playoffs, well, I mean, if your goalie's not performing, you have to make a change. So I think it's good for the starting goaltender to get pushed. I'll put it that way. I always think it's good if you have a healthy competition between the starter and the backup where they're trying to one-up one another. And so, maybe between now and the playoffs, we see Georgiev get back into form. And everything will work out just fine. Nichushkin will not be with the team to start their 3-game road trip. He has a lower body injury, so that definitely affects the team's attack. It's not a coincidence that when Nichushkin came back, this team really heated up. Nichushkin's a huge part of that offense. So we'll see how the Avs do, minus Nichushkin, but again, they're in the hunt for first place in their division and potentially the West as well. There is reason to feel a little bit of pressure, I guess, for the Avs, or a little bit of motivation. Depends on how you view it, right? So the race for the Art Ross Trophy. I can't remember it being this close between 3 different guys this late in the season. Nathan MacKinnon has 127 points. Nikita Kucherov, 126 points. Connor McDavid, 125 points. It will be interesting to see if those are the 3 players who are the finalists for the Hart as well. Keeping in mind that Austin Matthews has reached 60 goals twice, and very, very few players have done that. So we'll see which one of these 4 players ends up being snubbed from the Hart Trophy conversation when the finalists are revealed later on in the spring. But I don't envy the people making that vote, because you can make an argument for McKinnon, for Kucherov, for McDavid, as well as for Matthews. And I can make up a board trying to make an argument for any of those 4 players. I could probably do that later today when I get home. But 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 p.m. Pacific, The Anaheim Ducks, the Vancouver Canucks, meet for the third and final time. Vancouver's won the first two, so they've already won the season series. They're looking for the sweep. The games have been close. November 28th, it was a 3-1 win for Vancouver. March the 3rd, a 2-1 win for Vancouver. So for Anaheim, they're 24, 46, and 4. They've lost 11 games in regulation out of the 15 they've played in the month of March. So it's not been a great month of March. They're 1-8-1 in their last 10. Trevor Zegras has been very quiet this season, outside of breaking cameras in penalty boxes. 23 games, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. I'm starting to have real concern that with all the injuries Zegras has been through, will he ever actually reach his potential? He does still, every now and then you see those glimpses, but it feels like this time since he came back from injury, it's been so quiet from him. Lagesson still looking for his first goal in his NHL career. 35 games, just the 4 assists. We'll see if maybe he gets that first goal today. Vancouver's 45-20-8. They're 6-3-1 over their last 10 games. Podkolzin is the one for the Canucks, who may never end up reaching the potential they felt he would reach when they drafted him. But he's been physical. He has 1 assist in the 11 games he's played for Vancouver this year, and I've been happy with his play. So we'll see if Podkolzin maybe gets on the board with a goal. He's been working really hard, though. Juleson has done a very good job this year of showing that he belongs in the National Hockey League. 52 games on the blue line for Vancouver, 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. And it's great to see. He played really well in Abbotsford. It's nice to see he gets the chance to play in Vancouver. Yeah, I wish Wolanin would have got a chance, but I just don't think that's ever going to happen. So, yeah, let me know who you think's going to win that game in the comment section below. So last night's power rankings, when I was getting ready to set that up, and I thought, I'll have fun with it. Like, I like to have fun with it when it's a holiday. I like to have fun with it. And you can't really have fun with the puck board. Like, it's all wood. It is what it is, right? And I've used the puck board for years. I enjoy using the puck board. It is a little more time consuming to take up and tear down and all that, of course. It's hefty and all that. And of course, it's a little bit easier to put together a power rankings board using just the regular magnets. So I thought last night, well, I'll have some fun with it, throw some Easter stickers on there and whatnot, and keep it simple and just fun. Just fun. Not heavy, just fun. And of course, anytime I don't use the puck board, there's the immediate comments about how terrible it is if I don't use the puck board, and how stupid I am for not using the puck board, and how dare I. And the reality is that last night, it was a relatively early night by Saturday night standards. I thought I want to do something fun and just enjoy myself doing the power rankings, and I did. And then I was in bed last night at least an hour before I normally am on a Saturday, so kind of felt like a vacation for me. A little bit, just a little bit. But I'm not surprised with all of the negativity that I see. And I know I'm going to get that anytime I don't use the puck board. It happens every single time. But again, the one time that I've given in, is when I tried to take the board away from News of the Day videos, so that I would be standing here, looking directly at the camera, talking to you the same as you would see with people talking on TV, reporters on the news and all that. And people didn't like it, and there were complaints and downvotes, and people, I don't like this video, and it's like, so people don't like the video if there isn't a puck board in the back, or a board in the background with this, or in the power rankings case, you don't like the video if there isn't a puck board in the background. All right, but at any rate, don't be surprised when it happens around holidays, when it happens occasionally. I don't think it's necessarily a big deal. Last night was the 25th power rankings I've done since the start of October, and I think it's the second time I haven't used the puck board, maybe 3. So it's not really a big deal, but people will always make a big deal out of things because it's the internet, and that's how things work. But at any rate, I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're spending time with family, I hope you enjoy that. Not everybody enjoys all the time with their family. Sometimes you're like, I know we're family and everything, but let's not be so close. But at any rate, I hope you're having a good day today. And if you're not, there's always tomorrow. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.